Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your daily inner work tarot reading. If this message resonates or you find it helpful, then it's for you. Let's get into it. Today's message is coming through the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups traditionally is about the joy of connection, especially emotional intimacy, right? Feeling the celebration of true connection. But what the Three of Cups specifically is offering us today is the reminder that true connection to another person or other people cannot occur unless you are connected to yourself first. It's physically impossible, right? If you abandon yourself, ignore yourself, reject yourself, bulldoze yourself for the sake of trying to connect with another person or trying to make somebody else happy, then the real you is not there. You are not present, right? It's a distorted version of you. And so, therefore, you cannot connect because you're not there. You're not embodied. So this is a beautiful reminder from the Three of Cups that true connection with other people, just like in this picture, this cannot happen externally unless this is happening internally first. Connection to self is the foundation through which we can authentically connect with other people. So I'm going to read you now the exact message that I just channeled a few moments ago, and then we'll discuss this a little bit more, and I have an exercise for you to try. All right, here are the exact words. Be one with yourself to feel at one with others. Come home to yourself to feel at home with others. Connection starts within yourself and can only then extend to the other. The fulfillment of connection you seek begins within you like a seed growing roots down, down, down into the self. The roots grow, and then you bloom like a flower for all to see. Connection begins within you. It can be no other way. Connection begins within you. This is what we say. I thought that rhyme was pretty cute at the end. So, this message is especially important for those of us who are people pleasers, those of us who have struggled with codependency and people pleasing. Right? It's very, very easy when people pleasing or fawning is your coping mechanism to abandon yourself, to try and just make the other person okay. You know, the whole root of people pleasing is essentially this paradigm where, I can't be okay unless you're okay. So I'm literally going to do everything I can to just make you okay, to make sure you are not upset, you are not mad, you are not anything, you are not disturbed, right? Because if you're any of those things, I don't feel safe. So that is not connection. That is not connection. That coping mechanism and that fear drives us to be hyper vigilant and to abandon ourselves, to fixate on the other, to stay completely open to and scanning the other, to be hyper vigilant to what is happening in the other so that we can manipulate it if we need to. You know, that's not connection. That's not connection. And the flip side of that is pushing someone away, right? But when you are actively pushing someone away, you're actually still focused on them. And so you are still keeping their energy in your field. You're still focused on them, just as much as if you were trying to scan someone. Pushing someone away is focusing on them, right? In either situation, you're not focused on yourself. You're not connected to yourself. You are abandoning yourself, ignoring yourself, bulldozing yourself, etc., to stay focused on the other. And that focus sometimes can feel like connection, but it isn't. So here is the exercise that I offer to you that has been super helpful to me because I am a recovering people pleaser myself. I know this well. So for the rest of today, I just invite you to start to notice what your energy is actually doing around other people. Not what you're thinking, but what your energy is actually doing, your aura and your energy field. Just take a beat and notice. Notice what's happening. Maybe your energy is opening way up and it's all pushing towards or opening towards the other person to try and scan them, right? Or maybe your energy is contracting and becoming almost like a shell, right? Just start to notice what's happening with your energy around different people. Take note of that. And then the next step in those moments, if you can, intentionally call your energy back. You can just say to yourself in the moment, I call all of my authentic energy back to me. Breathe it in, draw it back, come back to yourself, right? And equally send all inauthentic energy back to where it came from. That way you can be fully anchored in you, aka you are connected to you, and the other person is connected to themselves or not, but that's their job and that's their business. Right? When you are grounded and fully anchored in yourself, fully embodied in yourself, then and only then can you experience true connection with another person. Okay? And that's what we really want. So I know that this is like a huge topic. We're going into codependency and people pleasing and coping mechanisms, and it's huge. I feel like I could give a whole workshop or a seminar just on this one topic. But I want to keep it easy. I want to keep it simple and just invite you to play with that exercise. Notice what your aura is doing around certain people and then call your authentic energy back. Call it back. Call it back. If you do have people-pleasing tendencies, this might feel kind of scary. It might bring up a lot of fear around, well, if I'm not hyper vigilant, if I'm not constantly focused on what the other person is thinking, feeling, doing, then I won't be safe, right? I mean, that's why we do it in the first place. But this exercise will help you to gently sort of retrain that belief. Even if you just do it for a moment, it'll slowly start to help you see that you are actually the most safe when you are grounded and anchored in your own body, in your own being, right? All right, guys. So if this message resonated or you found it helpful or thought-provoking, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Share it with any other fellow people pleasers in your life. I do invite you to journal on all of this. As always, I always recommend journaling. Not only does journaling help you to process what you're going through in real time, but it is also just a priceless gift that you give to your future self. Your future self will thank you for writing your experiences down. And if you would like a specific journal prompt to work with, I would just invite you to maybe reflect on the question, why do I abandon myself with certain people? Because you might notice through the exercise I suggested that you don't do it with all people, and you probably don't do it with animals. Notice what your aura and your energy does when you're around animals too, not just other people. It'll be fascinating, right? So so why do I find that I almost, it's like an out of body experience, right? When you are just hyper vigilant and scanning another person. Why do I abandon myself around certain people? Why do I not abandon myself around other people or my pets, right? What's really driving this? Why do I feel, why do I allow myself to be so ungrounded when I'm in certain situations or with certain people, right? It's all fear. It's all fear based stories running in the background driving this, right? So reflect on that and try the practice. Call your energy back to you and see how that changes things. All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Leave any questions or comments down below. I would love to hear from you. If you would like more inner work tarot related content, then you can follow me on Instagram. It's just Raven Relics, Raven_relics on Instagram. And I will see you in the next reading.